Let's get to the money. All right, so let's pick it up a little bit. Those were, a couple of sad moments. Young people, involving young people and guns and gangs. So let's talk a little bit about the money. Joe Budden on his podcast the other day was talking about $6,000 a month and if it's enough. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Something to y'all that I saw. I think it'll be interesting from a wealth management firm. Just about mindset and lifestyle as it equates to money consumption.
Okay.
And the different brackets, right? I thought this was really, really, really interesting. Feel free to stop me at any point if a sentence or word speaks to you or you have something to say about it.
Okay.
Because I just think all of it is interesting. What your income level actually means. All right. Low income, under $1,500 a month. Every expense feels urgent. Planning feels impossible. Stability is fragile. Money here is about getting through the month. Anything interesting there?
Been there.
Yeah, that's what stands out to me.
Ooh, that
there.
planning thing?
Yeah. Nigga, I had to call out of work.
You can't
Back when I was in
plan.
that
You can't. What you can?
I
Yeah,
had
ain't no
gas. I had to call out of work.
Plan. You got to go to the grocery store and buy according to how much you can spend that day.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Stably paid, $3,000 to $4,500 per month. Needs are covered. Progress feels slow. Saving feels difficult. You're surviving, not building.
Okay.
Let me see, $3,000 to $4,500. Yeah, you ain't building shit, nigga.
And they ain't living in North Jersey, New
no,
York.
the funny part-
depending on where you
Saving
live.
feels tough.
Let me stop you real
Progress
quick.
feels slow, yeah.
When you start to talk regionally,
Yeah.
that 3,000 to 4,500 in certain areas in the country,
You can live off that.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
you
look
okay.
like a king.
But in certain areas of not king, but
You
in
looking
certain
good.
areas of the country, that's the $1,500 bracket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't have to dwell on
keep
Yeah,
mentioning
yeah,
it.
you can go.
Middle class, $4,500 to $6,000.
All right, so hold on. Let's pause right there. 1,500. Low income, three grand to 4,500. So we're talking about, let's say, roughly $1,000 a week, $2,000 a month. I mean, $2,000 every 2 weeks if you're getting paid every 2 weeks. $4,000 a month. Let's say a lot of teachers are getting paid monthly. I don't know if that's around the country, but I know here in Georgia, a lot of teachers were getting paid monthly, and I don't know if they're still doing that or not. But $4,000 a month, $1,000 a week. Yeah, you're cutting it close. Cutting it close. Cutting it real close.
$1,000 per month. Routine expenses are manageable. I mean, you paying your bills, nigga.
All right, so hold on. Let me rewind that just a little bit.
Middle class, $4,500 to $6,000 per month. Routine expenses are manageable. I mean, you paying your bills, nigga. Lifestyle inflation creeps in.
That's a thing.
That's where all of us lose our girl. if you, I'm gonna start nigga explaining this to y'all in case you're not really understanding what some of this stuff. That's where all us fight with our girl.
It's rapping niggas.
Lifestyle inflation creeps in.
Rapping niggas done bought us some shoes that was $1,200.
Raises don't feel life-changing. Money stress shifts, but doesn't disappear.
Raises never feel life-changing. I have not had a single raise that I was super excited about. Where I'm in the same position, in the same role, and they're just giving out a raise, year after year. It's raises are never life changing. The only time it feels like a raise is life changing is when for me, the only time it felt like a raise was life changing was when I got a promotion. That's it. That is it. That's the only time. And then with the promotion, if you're able to do overtime and work a few extra hours or work an extra day and during the week, yeah, it feels a little bit of life changing then because you can probably make an extra grand or two, on a monthly basis. But I've never had it where a raise just felt life changing for me. Never.
Yeah, $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
4,500. I get it. Comfortable. $6,000 to $9,000 a month. More flexibility, more decisions, more responsibility. Money becomes about balance, not survival.
Okay.
Okay.
I follow.
Yeah, I'm following.
Any thoughts?
That word comfortable is so relative.
Yeah, it's not.
Any words that are jumping out to y'all so far?
No.
No.
Not yet. $6,000 to $9,000.
$6,000 to $9,000. It depends on what your expenses are. I would say, let's say $6,000, $6,000 a month. Let's say after taxes, $6,000 a month, 12 months, 72 grand. So let's say taxes are somewhere around 25%. So just do a ballpark number. We'll say 25%. 25% off 100 grand is 75 grand. So $6,000 a month being 72, you're pretty much right at 100 grand a year gross. And then of course you're being taxed, and now you're bringing home $6,000 a month. But what are we talking about with expenses? Because at $6,000 a month, you want a couple of nice things, and you don't want people trying to take those couple of nice things, like a nice car, nice jewelry, maybe a nice watch, a nice apartment, or a nice house. So what? Average apartments in nice neighborhoods are what? Minimum 1,500? Is that what we're talking? Minimum 1,500 on apartment living in decent neighborhoods. But apartment prices can go up. They do go up every year. I mean, that's customary. That's known. But starting out, you got some apartments in better neighborhoods, $2,000, 2,500, $3,000 apartments. Yeah. So what are the apartments like in Florida? Cam, how much are those beach apartments in Florida? Like 4 or 5 grand? So now we're talking about $6,000 not being enough for anything.
More flexibility, more decision, more, yeah. Money becomes about balance. All right, I get it. Upper and middle class, $9,000 to $12,000. Optionality increases. That's where we lose our girl.
Yeah.
That's where she lose us? Right. Yeah. We lose her. She lost us.
Right. Time becomes valuable. Financial mistakes feel expensive.
Yeah.
Income
That's good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That line.
Yep.
Financial mistakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Income improves, complexity increases. That's the other part that's tough to explain to people.
Can't understand it.
That complexity has increased now.
Yeah.
Things are not like they were. We're looking through a different lens. That's what I'm getting here.
You start losing friends.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah. No, right around.
Discussions start to be had with your friends that they don't understand. Nigga, I had an argument with my mother.
That's
Being
where the
transparent.
this is where
I had
that
an argument with my mother
optionality
not too
increases
long ago.
stuff is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like they just don't understand what your level of expenses look like.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like people just be like, "Yo, you got it,"
Yeah, fair.
and it's like,
I'm not losing friends over that or family, but carry on.
no, it's a conversation
it
start to be.
depends.
No,
It
I
can
won't
be,
lose
yeah.
them, but conversations start to
It could
be
change the
had.
relationship. You might not lose them.
Yeah.
Part of it is if you're at the bottom of that scale, the top might as well be 300. Like it's so far from
$50 zillion.
right that they can't appreciate the differences. Like if you have 1,500, that 9,000, 10,000, 12,000 even seems like a million to people.
Yeah.
So they,
Wealthy, 12 grand to 25 grand per month. Lifestyle is no longer the constraint. Oh, baby.
that's wealthy. Who made that? Tracy Morgan's friend?
Iowa.
Somebody in Indiana.
Listen, buddy, I'm reading it
I'm
to
with
If you
you.
make 25 grand a month, you're wealthy.
Yeah.
There are additional expenses.
I'll say rich.
Okay.
I mean, 25.
25 grand a month is not wealthy. Yeah, what are we talking about? 25 grand a month, what? Times 2 months, 250. What? Times another two. We were talking about what? 300 grand a year? Is that what it is? 25, 2 more months, 50 grand, no, 250. Yeah, we're talking about 300 grand a year. You're not wealthy. I don't even know if you're rich. I don't know. I mean, I haven't reached that point yet. Would love to get there though. I'm working on it. 25 grand a month. Yeah, I don't think that's wealthy. And he mentioned, what was that? Lifestyle, no, financial mistakes feel expensive. But he was talking about that at the 6 grand and 9 grand a month. Yeah. Probably even before that, I would say financial mistakes feel expensive. But losing friends, it depends. If you're telling friends how much you make, that's why you don't really tell all your friends how much you make. Someone will ask, but then when you start showing it off, someone will see. Showing off your new Porsche or your new expensive watch, telling them you moved in a new neighborhood, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Even friends will start asking for more money or asking for money. And like you said, you got it. No, I don't have it because I'm spending it on me and my family. I ain't got it.
Grand a month is like 280,000. Wait, no,
Yeah, shit ain't no.
I'm at
That's a lot
300,000 a
of
year.
money, man. That's a lot of fucking money.
Would you call somebody who makes 300,000 wealthy though?
No,
That just feels like a.
you're not
stretch.
even rich.
Depending on where you live.
We only talking
Depending
about
on
here.
where you live. You're kind of rich. Anyway.
Well, in the dictionary, rich and wealthy kind of are synonymous.
Okay.
But I think a lot of us were raised to believe that wealth is greater than.
Yeah, like it's intergenerational. like it's money that you,
rich.
that's how I think
Okay.
about wealth as opposed to rich.
Chris Rock joke.
And then
Yeah,
there's nigga
exactly.
rich.
Oh, true.
Right. Now that we all are. Just look at our.
And you say around 1,800 for a 1 bedroom in a less than desirable community. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. 1,800 for a 1 bedroom in a less than desirable community. Yeah. So in those desirable communities, what? On the beach, a mile from the beach, 5 miles from the beach, no more than 10 miles from the beach. Yeah. The 1,800 starts to turn up a little bit on 28, 38, 4,800. Yeah. Closer you get to the beach. Yeah.
Our feet.
Yeah, because rich, when I hear rich, I think money. When I hear wealth, I don't.
Right.
And that's the difference to me.
When I
Wealth are, you have other things that are of wealth
Right.
that can affect your lineage, generational past rich.
See, that's how I look at it.
Rich is still income focused.
Yeah,
lifestyle
What you shaking your head about, Lily?
dependent, whereas wealthy is asset focused and lifestyle independent.
Where'd you read that from? Oxford?
AI.
Where's that at?
Nah, I just Google searched.
Wealthy, 12 grand to 25 grand. I don't want this to drag. Lifestyle is no longer the constraint. Focus shifts to structure and efficiency. Taxes and decisions matter more. Money becomes strategic.
Yes.
Should, yeah.
It should, yeah.
Y'all don't give a fuck about this shit.
No,
I
that's
do. I'm
interesting.
fascinated
Very
by this shit.
interesting, yeah.
Rich, 25 grand to 80 grand.
A month.
See, and this should be inspiring to some people out there. What I spent a lot of time on was the gaps, right? They went from 12 to 25 grand. 25 grand went to 80 grand.
Yeah, that's a big ass.
So, hold on, Kim. You said most Floridians or blue collar workers are making around 30 grand or less annually. Ooh. Florida has millions of homes in foreclosure right now. Millions. Wow. Oh, so Lily, you say you were shaking your head at the 1800 shenanigan? Yeah, being in a less than desirable neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy. Millions of homes in foreclosure right now. And that is crazy.
Income is no longer the focus. Preservation replaces accumulation. Control matters more than growth. This is where perspective changes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that make a lot of sense.
I've been living like this. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah. I got to
Can't
think
go
about
back.
how to.
Can't go back.
Yeah.
Then the next jump is wild after this. Millionaire.
So wait a minute. So control comes a little more important than growth. Yeah, and like you said, I got this money now. I don't want to lose it, but you're gonna lose it anyway to inflation. 1,800 a month won't get you much here in Florida, man. So yeah, goodness. Hmm. I don't want this money. I got this money. I don't want to lose it. But yeah, like I said, you're gonna end up losing it to inflation anyway. And nothing nearly gets squeezed tighter than money that's not used to grow. I'm telling you, nothing gets squeezed tighter than money not trying to grow. Because you're going to spend it living and you're not growing it, you're looking for a problem. You're looking for a big problem and fast.
1 million to 2 million per year. Capital works harder than labor. Decisions matter more than effort. Risk becomes asymmetric. I love that one. Money is an operating system.
Should be.
At this point, they're not even calling it money anymore.
Yeah.
Capital.
Yeah.
I think that's highly dependent on how you make your money.
Good point.
Like, I'm all labor, damn near.
That's a good point.
Like every dollar I make, I don't have money that just comes in. Like every dollar I make is still labor focused. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think for a lot of athletes, for a lot of artists, it's still labor focused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think for people who work in other industries or who have investments, or I think that's generally true, but I think particularly for people who like us, who either come from poverty or lower middle class backgrounds, or people who ascend through the arts or sports.
Wait, Kim, you said my stream was suspended for policy violations? Really? Hmm. My stream was suspended. Huh? Oh. So is it back up or is just gone completely now? Hmm. I'm wondering if it had anything to do with talking about the kids and in the high school and shooting and stuff. I didn't think that would be suspended though, because I got that from YouTube. Okay, stream is back. Man, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy. Hmm. I have to check and see what that violation was. See what happened. My guess is it was about the kids. That's just my wild guess.
Sports, I think that's different. At least at the beginning stage, I think
It is.
you still eat what you kill.
Unfortunately, and that's like, I'm not even talking about myself, but when I talk to people, that diversification is so important because you never know when you're gonna blow your knee out. You never know when this gonna happen. You never know when that's gonna happen. So when I talk to people, I've even told you, like, yo, dog, you gotta start putting money in other places so that if you do happen to lose your job, like when you lost your job,
Yeah.
you was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So when you do lose your job, bro, you've made enough money that you could put some shit in play that when nobody's controlling, if somebody controls how you eat, they control the ability to starve you. And so we got to start thinking about some of that shit when we start getting a level of income to put it in other places that make more money for us. You got to make that money work.
New Joe Budden.
Yep, gotta make that money work. Yeah, somebody control how you eat, they control how you live pretty much. Well, that's all jobs there. All of them are in control. So yeah. 6 grand being enough? It depends. 6 grand depends. 6 grand a month depends on how you living. Depends on where you are. Like they mentioned, like in some regions, New York and California, 6 grand might not be enough. Florida, like you say, Kim, 1,800 for less than desirable. Somewhere you wanna, feel safe, feel comfortable, walking paths, good schools, great neighborhoods. Talking about what, maybe at least 2,500. So yeah.